I've known Duarte for years now, just being in the artist community and knowing him from working at Central Community House for years and years and years with the young people. So I've always been a fan, and always, every time he did galleries or did showings, I always knew someday some of that art is gonna be in my house.
So I met Duarte through my best friend, Christina, there. So she brought him in to do some work with our teens, and I think she had met him before through her other work. So that's how I got to meet him, and kind of see him work with our youth was very inspiring. And from that moment, I became one of his biggest fans. And then I had the opportunity to go to some galleries where he was doing his work, and just seeing his work. I dreamed one day to have his work in my office when I had it one day, whenever that happens.
So this piece right here, my wife, I was at home one day and she was at a meeting, and she sends me a text message with this picture of her and Duarte standing in front of this piece. He was showing it in a gallery, and she was so excited about it and just was blown away. And she was like, someday when I open my own center for women, I want to have this piece hanging in my office. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm getting it. And so she, unbeknownst to her, I called Duarte like the next day, and I was like, hey, you were just with, at that time, probably not even my fiance, it might have been my girlfriend at the time. I said, she wants that piece, I'm gonna get her the piece, don't sell it, I'm coming for it. So he knew what I was talking about, and so he went and bought the piece off of him. And then he also gave me the small print version. And so fast forward, and I held on to it for like 3 months. Fast forward, we get engaged. She's having a wedding shower party, and at the party, her friends who wanted me to surprise her with the gift, they asked me to say a few words. And so I came out and I had the print, the little, 11 by 17 print in my hand, saying, told her how much I love her and how much I knew this meant to her. And so I gave her the print, and she was lost it. She was so excited because she had this little 11 by 17 print, man. She was so happy. And then and so we hugged and kissed, and everybody's cheering or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I think I can do one better. And I went around the corner and pulled out the big piece, and she like fell on the floor, and everybody went crazy. And I was just so excited to be able to share this piece. And then talking more to Duarte about it, he said like this is one of his favorite pieces that he ever created. And so it's in our house, and it has a great story because it was a dream come true for my wife, and I just was so thankful that I was able to make that happen. And it happened because of, again, Duarte creating something that was connected with her. So he hooked me up. He made me look real good. I got a lot of husband points for this one.
So I reached out to Duarte because I remember seeing him at one of the community events, and he had created this beautiful art piece that had my husband's book in there from this moment on. And I remember my husband's reaction when he saw that. He was so honored and thankful that Duarte had included him in something that we know was very passionate for him. So I remember reaching out to Duarte and saying, hey, I want to create a beautiful gift for my husband, and I need your help. It's for Christmas, and I want him to just be blown away. It's a surprise. And he said, I got it. And I remember referencing that piece that I saw at that event, and he said, don't worry, I got it. So fast forward a couple months, I come and he invited me to his house, which is beautiful. And he said, I have it for you. He opened this little box, right? I had no idea what he was gonna create, but what he created was more than I ever had imagined or wanted, really. So I opened the box and I saw these pieces, and I immediately knew my husband was gonna be pleased. He was gonna be thankful because it is something that was just for him, and there's only one made. So I remember for Christmas, I surprised him. It was the last gift we opened, and he opened the box, and I'm sure everything is going through his mind. What could this be? He had no idea I talked to Duarte, and when he opened it, you could just see that his whole life had just gotten brighter because of this. So Duarte forever will be a part of our history, of our, our love journey, and just all the other journeys that are coming as we serve our community. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm just thankful that he does his art from a pure place. He does it well, and he does it for the right reasons, and he's doing what he loves, and that's why people are drawn to it. When you do what you love, do it well, and do it for the right reasons, you shine and you illuminate, and so he allows art to come through him, and you'll hear him talk about him being inspired and to create art, and that's because he has the recognition or the understanding that the art isn't coming from him, it's coming through him, and he's just a vessel. So my gratitude is that he allows himself to be a vessel for this beautiful art to come through.